Hey, how's it going, guys? Jacob T. Weiner here from Sculptor. Today I'm testing out Clay's new Sculptor feature, which is an AI agent within the Clay platform that can actually build Clay tables for you using natural language, or so they say. I've tried out Sculptor before, and I've never tried something crazy as this, where I'm going to try and have it build a full Clay table end to end, live with you over my shoulder. I'm going to try and build this Clay table in under 3 minutes, but we'll see how it goes. I've described what I'm looking for with Loom. I took the transcript of that Loom video and put it into this GPT prompt and told it basically to make a Sculptor prompt that I can then give to Clay and see how it does. So I'm gonna walk through with you the criteria for this table, and we'll see how well the output is on the other side. Essentially, of course, I'll leave, if you wanna see this prompt, you can have your access to it. But essentially, I'm telling Clay that we want to have an import section where we can import company name, domain, record ID, and then use the domain to enrich a company with linked and company data and output company linked and URL, employee accounts. And then we also want to get revenue range with a revenue waterfall enrichment, as well as marketing employee headcount. I want to use Claygent with 4.0 Mini to try and find the company's website. And then using OpenAI 4.0 Mini, I'm actually going to update this here. And I'll add any other update I need later on. And then we want the JSON structure here: street, city, state, county, zip, country. We also want United States in full, not US, but we want the states to be abbreviated. We also want to create company summary generation with Claygent. So just output a summary paragraph here of what they do. And then we have this industry classification GPT 4.0 prompt, which will take the company summary as the input and output all of this. So ideally, Clay could build this end to end. I'm going to just say output the prompt again with everything the same, except let the AI know it should use 4.0 Mini for Claygent and 4.0 for its GPT columns. Okay, so I have the whole prompt here. I'm going to go ahead and grab this, and I'm going to paste it in my Clay Sculptor build here. And we're going to go ahead and hit enter, and we're going to see what happens next. So starting the clock, it is 7:38. I'll say timer. So I'm starting the timer, or stopwatch actually. So it's, I gave it a few seconds. It wants a CSV with these inputs. I actually had the AI output a CSV that I can use for this. So I'm going to go ahead and download that real quick. We're going to import that into the Clay table. Here we go. So we have the source data here. I'm going to go ahead and attach the CSV. Boom. Attach. And boom. So we have 3 examples. We have Mount Sinai Hospital, BlackRock, and Walmart. So we're holding at 33 seconds right now on the clock. Okay. So let's see. Your CSV, here's an enrichment workflow plan for their table. Enrich each company using domain to get company link URL, employee account, revenue range, marketing employee account. That's good. Use Claygent 4.0 Mini to research only the company's website and extract the official address, outputting it in the JSON structure. Okay, that's all good. It skipped the part about company summary and industry, so not stoked about that. I'm gonna try and say, yes, you got everything right so far, but forgot the industry AI prompt as well. Please try again with all of your current enrichments plus the Claygent company summary plus GPT industry classification combo. Let's see how this works. I tried this before and it actually just output only this step and not this step. So, okay, this looks better. Okay, this looks good. Let's generate the table. We're holding at 1 minute and 50 seconds. So we have our input data here, and we are going ahead and building all of the columns. While this is going, I'm going to go ahead and talk about my thoughts on this feature until it's done. I might get cut off in the middle. Essentially, I think this is nuts, and I've been trying to think of ways to speed up my build time in the Clay platform, because I spend so much time clicking around and doing the same things over and over again. And I have so much context from my clients, sales calls, onboarding calls. If I could combine that context with a best practices document, along with a sync of their CRM properties, I probably could automate a lot of my Clay table builds. If along with Clay table templates, all of us combined together, I think could take a 1-hour call with a customer and turn it into a fully enriched Clay table workflow versus 20 to 30 hours of work per project right now. So that would really, really make things a lot faster, and also open up Clay too. I don't know if it would make Clay accessible to everyone, because you still have to know what you're doing in order to prompt this properly. As you can see here, I think most people would not be able to make such a good prompt, and that takes a lot of experience and skills. But for someone who is good at Clay already, like me, and has that background, being very humble, I know, and has that background in go-to-market, then it's going to speed you up a lot and make you much more powerful. Although I think this first version probably still needs some work to smooth it out, but I'm very excited about Sculptor. So let's see what happens. We're still building here. If I go through this flow, oh, it looks like we have what we need. So we have company LinkedIn URL. We have employee count, revenue range, and marketing employee headcount. Let's see what happens. So let's add this one. And okay, that's going to go ahead and enrich with the information that we're looking for here. So let's see what happens. It didn't output the columns that I wanted. So we're only going to use Sculptor for this though. So I'm going to hit revenue range and see what happens here. Okay. This waterfall, I feel like I would not have used Claygent myself or Crunchbase. It's way too much credits. So I'll configure this. But that's it. So the rules are that I can only use Sculptor, natural language prompting here to try and do this, as well as maybe 1 or 2 quick toggles over here on the right side. So next we're going to go ahead and click company LinkedIn URL is already added, I guess. And then revenue range is already added. So I don't really know what happened over here. So what are we missing? Okay. Can you please add the Claygent step to output the address in JSON format with street, city, state, county, zip, and country, formatted with full country name and abbreviated 2-letter state codes like CA, MD, etc. Okay, let's see what happens here. We're now holding at 4 minutes and 58 seconds, so about 5 minutes to build this. And it looks like we are hitting a bug here. I'm gonna try this again. Oh, nothing happened. Can I refresh? Let's see what's going on here. Okay, I don't know if this is user error, but I'm not seeing any. Oh, actually, that was confusing. But it looks like it's starting to build my next step here. So let's see what happens. Lovely Clay, always bugging. This is kind of part of the Clay journey here. Molding the AI column. Okay, that's promising. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's set up the column. And we'll run this and see what happens. Okay, now please build the Claygent company summary and industry classifier prompt. Let's see if it knows what I'm talking about. Okay, let's see how the address looks. We have street, city. Okay, we have everything we asked for here. State. The county is empty. Not sure why that is. And country. I bet county is empty because we're not inferring the county, and the address on the site does not have the county, so it's empty. Whereas if we had told the AI to infer it, maybe it would do it. Now let's add the company summary step. It did not include, it did use forum mini, which is good. And it did not include any the GPT prompt as well to actually build the output. So I'm going to let this run. I'm also going to say, please redo the address prompt to infer the county. Actually, this might get it wrong. I'm going to leave county out of this for now, and we'll just leave it blank because it might hallucinate, and we'll explain more about that later. Okay, we have the summary here, and now please build the GPT prompt. Now please build the GPT prompt to classify the company using its summary into one of the industries that I gave you or other. Okay. Let's see what it does now. Please provide the list of industries. It does not remember what I gave it. Okay, we're going to try again. I'm going to go back to the AI prompt that I generated, and I'm going to paste it in again, and we'll see how this does. This should be good enough to give it enough context to do a good job here. It's using 4.0. Okay, very good. We're now holding at 9 minutes though, which is a bit long, unfortunately. Okay, let's run this and see how it looks. Once this is done, I'm going to call this a day. Okay, so industry, pretty easy. Healthcare, finance, and retail. That looks good to me. This is pretty cool. In about under 10 minutes, I could build a clay table that had all of these different properties. We have company name, we have the website, we have the company LinkedIn URL, we have the employee count on LinkedIn. We also have their revenue range, their address, and a company summary along with their industry classification. Now, a few things that we left out here and a few things I wish we could add. First of all, there's no conditional formulas in any of these columns, so they would also have to be created individually. It could be that we could build them with the Sculptor, although I'm not sure how well that would work. We could test it out later. Another thing I would want to say is that even though I gave it all of the instructions in one big prompt, it didn't output everything all at once. It only output partial columns, and I had to then go and reprompt it again and again a few times. So what could have taken maybe 3 minutes took about 10 minutes. Now, going from 10 down to 3, it is about a 3x time savings. Now, it's only 7 minutes difference. So in the grand scheme of things, 10 minutes already is pretty darn good to build a clay table with natural language, which is pretty cool. But imagine doing this all in a few minutes. That would be unbelievable, and it would take a lot of the effort away. I think that will come in a future iteration, but for now, this is pretty decent. I think the real question is, did we actually save time here? I think for someone who's brand new to clay and doesn't know what they're doing, using natural language would probably help them, although I think it would still be a bit confusing. And then the question is, would someone like me, who's very fast in clay itself, would I actually benefit from Sculptor versus doing this manually? So in a follow-up video, I'm going to try and rebuild this exact same clay table using only my hands, so to speak, and no Sculptor whatsoever. And I'll time myself and see if I can beat Sculptor.